Hmm. Don't use your go muscle the wrong way. Winning local fights don't really help you. Michael, I need help. Hello everyone, my name is Ryan, and welcome back to the Random Opening Challenge. And, oh no, my opponent approached, so I can't do the regular Chinese. Opening. Whoa! We've got a interesting player. Very interesting. So, so in this game, we will showcase how to deal with this kind of players. Alright. Well, I think this is probably going to be a fast game. He's a fighter. His jump is huge though, but this is definitely not the best move. Hane. Extend. We're going to press him down. That game, by the way, was from the Chunlan Cup, which I played last month, and it was just so disappointing. You know, it was one of those games where I feel like I had a good chance, I had a good run, and then just one place where I was trying to fight, but I didn't find the correct move. So in the end, I got caught there in a bad shape situation. It was like move 104 or something. Just terrible. I did learn a lot from the game, and it's always good to play in those serious games. It really helps a lot to improve my Go strength currently. So, very grateful to have these tournaments going despite COVID. But it's just frustrating to lose a game like that. I'm sure you guys have done that before. Like, I'm sure we all have. You know, like those games where you play a good game and then just one move. That's all it takes. One move. So I need some help from Michael. And I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I certainly did. Still working on some refinements to the setup and technical issues, but I'm sure that will be fixed shortly, and then the content will just be amazing. I'm so excited just to see that series evolve. So the reason I play this move is not because it's easy to kill the group, but it's actually better for points. But he's just killed himself, I guess. He doesn't want to live this group. So if he clamped here, he can actually live pretty easily, I think. At least I wasn't planning on going for the kill. My intentions were well. Should we Atari? I don't think I need to Atari there. Let's hold off on that. So, yeah. So basically, in this game, the mid game started like from move 3, maybe like move 5. Like he just approached and started doing all these knight's moves. So I don't know what he's doing there. It definitely started the fight, and it didn't really work too well for him, I must say. But yeah, it was a pretty early fight. Yeah, I don't know. These games are different, I guess. Previously, when I did game reviews for my students, this was like a pretty popular question: is how do you deal with this kind of players who just start? They just won't leave you alone, you know. And in the end, you really just have to fight it. There is no escape, really. The more you try to walk away, the more they will get you. So you just gotta fight back. That, I guess, would be my advice. And also, it's just think of it as a good practice, I guess. Reading is really the only way to improve. Once you hit a certain level, and why not do it early? So okay, again, I'm just like out of things to do. Like, what do you do here? Just do a 3-3 invasion. Leave whatever. You go take your second line moves, and I'll just casually take my corners. Things about the... Oh, he didn't Hane. I expected him to Hane, but he didn't. So this is all really clear. Like, basically, he has a dead group, and the reason why I'm jumping out is because it reduces his stuff on the bottom. Not because of trying to live or anything like that. It's really just for territory reduction purposes. So this move is actually quite big. It fixes my problems and it leaves a jump. And now I'm gonna just finish off the other corner. I think I can play a 3-5. Doesn't seem easy for black to invade there. He's not really making any points though. Ooh, sneaky move. Do I just... Okay, fine. I'll jump. It's a bit of a territory gain. Not a bit, actually. A big territory gain by him. But I think you can get more, actually. There seems to be a lot of Aji in the corner. And I think you can get more. So I'm relatively okay with just giving him a little bit there. And moving on. I mean, he has like a dead side, so like everything up here is mine. But he doesn't really have anything to his name. So the extension here is probably a bit greedy, but it's also good for whole board thinking because it reduces his middle. And the bottom is not that big. I definitely lost territory there, but it's not that much compared to the center gain. I think it's an okay move. I'm giving myself the okay. Yeah, so this is pretty straightforward, just defending my territory. And pretty much ending the game here. The fight really stopped after the right side. After the right, since I captured his group, it was mostly just both players sorting things out, and we're pretty much finishing that right now as we speak. Okay, here we go. So, skipping to the end to save you guys the gruesome endgame. It was quite a long one. So, we did claim our win. Here we go. What is going to be this opening? Generate 3. What is 3 again? I should like know this by heart by now, but go to Chinese. We need 2 more Kobayashi and 2 more 4-6. I did not even realize that I just played on this account. But I just rolled this again, and I logged out, re-logged back in, changed the username, deleted the username, typed in their username again, and then I started playing. You think that, okay, let's just not speak about it. So we actually have a small avalanche. I really like this variation for white, and I pretty much play it no matter what opening it is. If it's relatively open, I pretty much always choose this variation. It's just personally, I just really like it because white gets a lot of territory and black doesn't really gain very much. So, yeah. In this case, black cannot extend because white has the ladder. So black cannot cut right now. Black has to keep extending, but then now white can just protect the cutting point. And black is completely screwed because he just gave me the corner and his two stones are in a terrible shape with compared to mine. So he just spent another move and let me just take the corner. If he high approaches, we're going to do that again. Okay, so this guy needs to learn the small avalanche if he's going to play it. Okay, he probably realized that this is not very good and he stopped playing it. So that's a smart move, actually. The bottom is actually quite easy to invade. We can either do the AI move here, or we could just pincer or just do a high invasion. I think all of those would be fine. So since he connected before approaching, I think it makes sense for me to invade. I don't want to give him the comfortable extension if I don't have to. He played a knight's move. Why play a knight's move here? I think it's definitely too early to make that exchange now. And is he pretending to be an AI by playing the Kosumi here? Right now, actually, I think the star point Sente might be more useful, especially if he wants to go under or something like that in the future. But you never know. So I expect him to play a capping move here at J6. It's actually really, really convenient to just see the coordinate right away. I really like this feature. Helps with explaining. Wow. It's a very low move. Trying to connect back here. I have a pretty easy counter because when I block here, if he doesn't answer, and when I Hane, it absolutely destroys his shape. And I'm going to do that right now. Oh, darn. I played that move too quickly. I should play the tiger's mouth. That's way better. So I'm just going to pull back here. Yeah, he can get the Hane and Atari, but it's not that big of a deal. He's still locally dead. Okay, I should stop saying that. I'm not going to. Okay, this time I'm not going to try to kill that group just because I said it. I'm going to deal with another group. Actually, I can just capture the stone. This feels kind of slow, but it settles the group pretty easily, so feels nice. He connected. What? He can't connect. Okay, now these stones are definitely dead. When he descends there, when I enclose the whole thing, he's gonna have to protect again. So this is actually not the best idea for black. Yeah. So after white getting this Hane and connect, it really makes this group very uncomfortable, and white is getting some easy shape moves to handle it. So it's gonna be Very difficult for black now to continue. Whoa, interesting. The wedge. Probably thought about this move. But it shouldn't work. Because I'm really tempted right now. I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted. I am way too tempted to not attempt. This whole thing is dead. Because of his local shape, he can't even make an eye here on the right. He can make a goche eye by playing the tiger's mouth here at e2. But that's it. He's got no eyes, no escape, and he's done for. And this still doesn't live. He can make one eye, but that's it. And that's it. And also he made my outside super thick, so the only thing he can attempt now is this Kosumi here. By Kosumi at L1, he can wedge and then try to get my liberty shortage here. But I can just extend, so that's not a working variation. Yeah, and he's trying to get me to make that mistake, but I mean, that's so obvious to me now that since I've just explained it to everyone, so I'm not gonna make that mistake. Wow, this is game over already. Wow. What is he gonna do here by peeping here? He's gonna go for the counter kill. But as I said, when I enclose this group, he's gonna have to fix. So he's already moved in the corner there. So it's super bad. He's pretty much done for. All this is all dead. And he's just about to die. I don't think 3-dans should need to be reminded that the bent 4 in the corner is dead. Yep. So I don't have any issues in my connection. If he pushes, I can just extend. And none of his stuff does anything really. And here we go. Very quick win. Let's move on. I really liked the attack though. Although my opponent was playing a little too soft, I think, in this game. 7. Those big numbers are good. I believe that is the... oh, high again. Why am I saying again? High account. I think that little icon there means that my opponent is on a phone. So... this guy only has 7 wins. Still got a ways to go. And interesting. My opponent's attaching under. I personally don't like the double high approach here because I think white gets too much territory. So I typically go with a low approach on this side to change things up a bit. I like the press. It's a very comfortable move. And since white pincer relatively far away, he pretty much has to crawl. Then gonna get 2 sentry moves, and I think this 2 space extension is still big regardless. He's trying to attack my group as well, so it's like a double run situation, but at least I settled the group in the lower left first. Huh. I don't think that's a bad exchange. Yeah, so I get a lot of sentry moves now. I can pull back and push in. I think I'm gonna have to go for the wedge here. If I Hane, he's gonna just get a base, and my group has relatively bad shape as well, so I think this ice base is very important. So yeah, the tiger's not here. I don't think is the correct shape. At least I can get the extension in and create a very bad shape. Actually, my extend might not be the best. I'm not sure if it's needed since I have these sentiments. But alright. It's a relatively peaceful result. I think I got quite a bit of territory in the lower left, and these two groups are still both running away, so okay, fine. You can actually cut this stone off, and that will also threaten my other cut, so I think this is a pretty big stone. Didn't want to lose it. And he just lives. Okay. That'll give me sent again. Don't think I need to respond to that. It's a pretty good exchange. I'm doing a side extension beforehand, so I'm gonna jump back and make my little thing in the upper left. He's attaching, huh? Two options here. I probably want to defend the corner actually. If I do a 2-space extension, you can actually do a 3-3 clamp, and that will be very annoying, so I'm not gonna let that happen. And if he goes out, I'll just jump, and then these two things should be Miai. I can just jump out here, and he's gonna have to live. I think I'm going to cut this group off. Now, yeah, my stone on the left side does get cut through, but it's not that much territory for white. So right now he can wedge at over here, which is a good move. And I'll just let him capture that stone. And then when I come back here, he's got a very heavy group. This side is not that much territory because I have the monkey jump, so it's only about maybe 18 or so points from eyeballing it. So that shouldn't be too bad. And can I attack this well? I'm gonna try to attack this white group on the lower side to compensate for that loss. I wonder what he's thinking about. Definitely needs to block there. And I think I want to play the tiger's mouth here. If white gets to extend, then there's a bit of a connection problem here with my middle group, so it's a pretty big move to do that. So I'm going to play the tiger's mouth, and that's going to force him to jump, and then I can extend, he's going to bamboo, and then I can play another move on this side and to chase him away. And then after that, I'm going to go... I'm actually deciding whether I should play extension move here for the top left, or just defend the top right. Not sure yet which I'm going to do. Probably not really certain about this. Doesn't feel too good, even though my reasoning is that this left side isn't too big, but still, white connected two weak groups as well, and made territory on the left side. So white should be pretty satisfied with the result as well. I think we've just encountered a opponent who left, and I'm pretty sure I didn't disconnect, so I'm not sure whether he's going to be back. Okay, so I guess he just left and came back or something. Went to the bathroom. Well, he's back. So we're gonna play out our plan. And I think I'm just going to extend. This one feels pretty big, because if he pincers me, I'm going to have a little bit of issues here in the corner, so don't want that to happen. So, actually territory-wise is pretty close, but he does have this group here. And, yeah, so I'm not going to attack it just yet, but that's always going to be an option later on. I think I'm going to do the press here. Even though I normally don't do this, I normally just attack. But in this case, I think the center is pretty important. Can I double hottie this? I'm pretty sure I can. In this case, he can't really capture my stone. He should actually just double hane back, but yeah, right now he's going to get captured, I think. Well, I'm not going to jump back, but what I can do is that when I attach it 3-3, I pretty much get the corner back, so it's actually a pretty bad result for it. Oh, actually, you know what? I should have turned and peep first before making Satari. Ah, I missed that. Yeah, so that way, even though I sacrifice an extra stone, I get a stone here for free. So that would have been a better result, actually. Yeah, this is really good for black. After this move, I can just capture the two stones in the corner instantly. So I actually have like 15 plus in the top right corner, which is pretty good. It's a lot of territory. I think I want to put some more pressure on his group. Let's exchange this, because if I don't, in the future he might connect, because there's some weaknesses here. Now, I guess we're pretty much just in endgame. Alright, so he just extends. He's not worried about this group at all, which is kind of interesting. I don't want to just let him get away so easily though, so I'm going to try to put some more pressure on here. There's no other eye at all, so If I just add another move, it's gonna be pretty dangerous. So he's only got one eye here at K16, but that's it. So he's gonna need to do something. Okay, so he turned. Now I'm gonna get some center moves here, gain some territory. And that also threatened his life and death. So he's gotta make some more eyes. Oh wow, he doesn't. He's not afraid of an attack. What's the best way to do it? He's actually putting some pressure on my group as well. Maybe I want to play some move here first. I can definitely enclose the upper group in Sente, but I think I want more. So I'm gonna see if I can... It's not really clear though what I can gain with this. Okay, now I'm definitely gonna separate the group because his upper group is still dead. And this group is also not alive. So that was a super... that was an overplay. And the more moves I spend in the center, the more dangerous it becomes for his group here. And I'm pretty sure I just captured this upper group. I don't see any way for it to live. So right now I can pretty much do whatever. It's a knight's move. Seems a little bit loose, but it's actually less cutting points compared to Kosumi. So this should work as well. But yeah, we just slaughtered this group. But that's because he Tanuki'd. I was trying to get some profit from some territory profit, but he Tanuki'd, so here we go. Nice. So it was an interesting game. It was actually quite close. White held up quite well, but we managed to slowly chip away. And let's do one more game. So we've got 8 wins now on the high eye, and we're back to 3. This generator is so weird. And we got regular Chinese again. It's really Google. I'm blaming this on you. Alright, here we go then. I think we played 3 regular Chinese openings as white now. So, well, it's very interesting. It does work for white, just not as well because the opponent obviously gets the first move, so they get an extra stone, and it's a lot harder to expand a territory like this one. So we'll see how we counter Black's Moyo here. So in this case, I definitely want to push out. Did he misclick there? He did not. Wow, that is the last of my expectations. The peeping move. He's trying to kill my group. Well, let's do a counterattack then, because I think we definitely can put a lot of pressure on Black's group here. I feel like descending. I don't see any easy way for black to get away here. Interesting. Does he not want this group anymore? Ah, unfortunately, I didn't get this exchange. So all I can do now is capture the 2 stones. But still, it's a very good result for white, getting the whole corner and all. But I guess he answered, so that means we get the whole group now. Yep, there we go. And he's in pretty bad shape as well here. So I can just push out. Sure, fine. I think like all my opponents so far have just loved making like, these Atari moves like right away. But if it's not clear what you're gaining, like these Atari moves are not necessarily good. Just no idea what to do right now. I think I want to play the placement move first, and then block. And now I got another descent in Sente later, just in case I need to, just in case I need that to live. So that'll help. And we pretty much just completely destroyed Black's Moyo there, and he basically has nothing now. So I think this is going to be a fast game. My opponent's playing really, really fast. Extend inside. Wow, he's really surprising me with these moves. Oh, let's just pull back. Locally he can't live. So he needs to rely on like a clamp or something on the outside. I mean, while we're here, I mean, we might as well go for it. Yep. So he does have this clamp here, which is actually quite annoying. Should we go for it? Let's go for it. I got a little lazy, so I didn't want to read everything out, but I'm pretty sure this will work. Especially on this rhythm. Like, he's playing every 2 seconds, so he's definitely not reading anything. So make the throw in first for the liberty reduction. And if I just connect now, he has like 3 liberties inside. So it's almost for sure that we're going to kill this. What is he doing here? No idea. And we did it. So it was a little complicated. I wasn't super certain about this, but now, of course, it's completely certain. And we just killed everything. This guy really needs to work on his reading skills. I mean, he just played 2 quick corners and completely lost out in each fight. So actually, this is completely different from my last opponent. My last opponent held up very well because he was very good at making judgments. And so all the time he was making good judgments that kept the game going. So it was actually a relatively close game. Probably one of the closest ones we've had so far. Yeah. Actually, after this episode, ROC Chinese will have 15 wins. So it's really getting close. Yeah, I think in the next... So I'm going to make a prediction. Before episode 30, we're definitely going to have our first 5-down account. Yep. And the next goal is going to be very challenging because we need to try and get straight to 7. And you guys already know from these openings that, well, some of them are actually quite challenging. So I don't think I can guarantee that I can get up to 5-down for the first game. I mean, like in one chance, because you can't lose any games at all, so it has to be 20 straight wins in a row. And that's definitely not an easy task. Okay, interesting. He's trying to capture my lower group. He really likes to play the placement moves on the second line. It's a favorite from my opponent. I think we need to be a little careful here. If this dies, then that will be a big problem. I think I just captured his corner. Yeah, he's definitely not reading at all. Like, he's just playing moves for the sake of playing them. So, 1 liberty. One liberty is enough. I think we're going to play it out all the way. I mean, he doesn't have anywhere to go. Everything in the upper left is dead pretty much. And he's going to continue. But she has nowhere to go. I think I'm just going to let this one play out. Oh, alright. Okay, I was just going to say I'll just play out to the end. I'm going to decline that, and 15 wins. Let's see if we get one of our high win accounts. I'm really keen to get... Oh, yes! I believe that is the Kobayashi opening again. So, we're getting really close there. And next episode, we're going to start off with the Kobayashi opening. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and see you next Friday.